Noah. He was right up there. Noah put it out there that he wanted to go to an HBCU. You got to take your hat off to the young man. He didn't fall for the fool's gold. He wanted to go to HBCU, and he chose to go to a HBCU. And to want to take his talents to a HBCU and not get captivated by all those other things, you got to respect him. But me having a chance to get Noah here, has just been phenomenal. From day one, he came in and said what he wanted. And I told him, I could definitely give him that. And this program could give him that. And at that time, I was the coordinator. So me and him was working hand in hand. And then when I became the head coach, it just got even better. And then bringing Coach Dooley on just got even better, So I think his talent level is right up there with all the other top quarterbacks. Of course, we know the notoriety is not there because, we're D2. So people think we can't coach and our guys are not have good technique or anything, but you watch Noah, he could play this game. And he can do everything all those other quarterbacks can do and some better. And I'm going to tell you, he's still not operating at 100% yet. He's not. I've only seen him probably operate at 70% because I'm very hard on quarterbacks. Like I say, a lot of stuff I was taught by Johnnie Cole. So I'm very hard on quarterbacks now. And I tell you what, once we can get him to 100%, man, look out. So this young man is a tremendous leader. He's very, very passionate. He's passionate about winning. That's the thing that I like. He's passionate about winning. He's a film rat. He's in between classes. He's in the office watching film. After practice, we got to pull him off the field. We really got to watch his rep counts because he doesn't know how to take it easy because he's so passionate about winning. And when you got a guy like that, then you're going to have a good football team. And I tell you what, his passion and just his will to win and his work ethic has really affected this football team in a very positive manner. And like I say, things are really working in his favor and our favor, thus far because of some of those things that I mentioned.
Coach, let me
wait a minute. Hold on. Slow down. You mentioned something I think is important, and if you can share it, that would be great. You said some of the things he wanted. Are you able to? Is there anything publicly for us, his plan or what he was looking for to be coached? Because I thought that was very interesting. When because a lot of times players say what they want, but it sounds like you were receptive to what he wanted, and you wanted to help. Are you able to, at a 50,000 foot level, to talk about that? Yeah. That or not? I can understand.
Without a doubt, and it wasn't nothing that was outrageous. The young man just said he wanted an opportunity where he can use, all of his talents, and he could just be himself. And I told him, well, you're going to get that opportunity here. And he said, he just wanted to be coached. He wanted to be coached hard because he wanted to be good. And I said, well, you're going to get that here. I said, I can provide all those things. And I told him what I wanted. I wanted a guy who had skin up an armadillo, who was willing to learn the game of football and master his craft. If he wasn't willing to master his craft as a quarterback, then, I didn't want him. But he promised me he was ready to master his craft and that he would put the time in. And thus far, he's held to his word. And right now, you can see the results of it thus far in his performance. And like I said, he still has a lot of things to work on. He knows that. I critique him very hard. And like I said, I critique him on every little thing because I want him to be ready when his time comes. And I don't want there to be any questions of, can he do this? Can he make this throw? His footwork or his body posture or anything like that. And then I want him to be able to get on that board and have board etiquette and know where to go to the ball, where his hots are, where his sighted jets are, where his blitz threats are, how to spin the protection, to his blitz threats, where to throw off of, how to protect his A gaps, being able to read his quarter deck, his high deck, so it can show him what coverages he's going to get, be able to read the corners, are they inside, are they outside, to know if it's going to be a man turn or the guy's going to play zone, being able to read the leverage of the linebackers, are they A gap readers, are they B gap readers, are they playing stack, all those things. I want him to be able to know. So when people come in and ask the questions, he can answer those questions with confidence. And it's no doubt that he's a guy that can play at the next level and have the intellect to play at the next level. Because a lot of times, you guys know, let's be truthful now. A lot of times there's always questions. Oh, we don't know if he's smart enough. We don't know if he can adjust to the speed of the game. Well, under my watch, I'm not going to let that happen. And I know under Coach Dooley's watch, that's not going to happen. Along with Coach Ernest and all our offensive coaches, we're making sure that he's prepared for Saturday. And hopefully that will also put him in a position to be prepared for Sundays.
Coach, I'm going to tell you, Rocky, I think he's chiming in, but I'm going to circle back around because you touched on a couple of things, but I'm going to let Rocky, because I don't want to.
No. What I was just going to ask him is, I just want to mention that Noah played in some really big games in the SWAC. And how is that correlated to him being able to perform in those really crucial moments for you guys,
right?
At Edward Waters? Well,
I think it shows in a lot of moments, all the way down to our first game. Starting with our first game, we were behind 14-0, our first game to a good football team. And the first thing Noah said, "Hey guys, relax. We got a lot of football left. Our offense hasn't really touched the field yet. I missed a throw or two, but hey, I'm gonna make those throws. You guys keep running the routes. We're gonna be fine." So playing in those big games, I think, has given him the calmness that is needed at that quarterback, along with the confidence and the ability to spread that mojo to the other players, to let them know, don't panic, trust the process. Like Coach says, let's stay in the moment and let's operate our offense. And I think that showed in the first game. I think it also showed in the second game as well, when we sputtered a little bit against a team that we were better than, no disrespect. And he came to the sideline and just say, "Hey, let's put our energy into us and not them. And let's operate at the level that we're supposed to operate and keep the expectation." We went out and our offense did pretty good. And then if you look at the third game we played, he took a pretty big hit at the end of the game, which I thought was a bad call. I thought it was a forward pass, but they called it a fumble. And he came right to the sideline. He told our guys, "Hey, we got 2 minutes left. This is what we do. We know how to do it. So let's go." And I think playing in those big games has prepared him for those moments. And it's given him the ability to operate in those moments with no pressure. And, like I say, thank God he's on our team. And thus far, he's doing a good job at the quarterback position and putting us in a position to win.
Coach, one of the things I wanted to ask you about, and this is kind of what we're seeing at L1, you all have a very young, dynamic president, Dr. Faison. How has he been able to, because you see the enrollment growing, you're seeing things, he's a young, I heard he's a big football fan, a big fan of yours. That's why he even said, "Hey, I need you to stay." I heard at the Golden Grapevine, he was like, "Do not leave. We're going to take it." Talk about how much that means to have that type of support from the president, and a little bit about this young brother that's leading the university.
Yes, I tell you what, Dr. Faison is a phenomenal guy. He's strictly business now. He's strictly business. He's about business. If you're not about business, he's not going to have you around him. And he's a competitor. He's a competitor at all levels. He wants to make sure that he's top shelf in everything. There's nothing he's going to do secondhand or second class. That's him. It's either first class, top shelf, or it's nothing. And that's how he is, and then on Saturdays, not even Saturdays, you get to Wednesday, we know we're going to look up in the press box and he's up there at practice. Sometimes he comes on the field, and then on Saturday, he's our biggest cheerleader. He's our biggest cheerleader. He wants to win. Make no bones about that. Now, he makes it very clear. The business is about winning, and he wants to win, and he'll do everything he can do to help you. I know thus far he's given me everything I've asked for, and it's helped us on Saturday. So he's a phenomenal guy, and my interaction with him has been very solid. The thing that I like about him is I can talk to him. I can talk to him just like me and you are talking right now. I don't have to go in and be a certain way or change. I can talk to him just like we're talking. And that's the thing that I like. And he's going to give you straight answers. If you don't want a straight answer, don't ask him. He's that solid to me. So I really appreciate him. And, I'm really humble and glad that he's given me this opportunity, because I'm going to tell you this. And this means a lot to me. And I think what I'm about to say is going to kind of close the top on a lot of things. I'll never forget that him, Dr. Faison, and our AD at the time, Paul Bryant, was the only ones that were willing to give me a chance, along with, Toriana Morgan. Those three guys, Toriana Morgan, Dr. Faison, and Paul Bryant, were the three brothers that were willing to give me a chance when nobody else would. I'll never forget that. I will never forget that.
Coach, I'm gonna get on my soapbox and then I'm gonna turn it over. But I think this is very important. And let me just tell you some of my role here on this show. I am a big proponent of coaches like you because what I do, I have a big following, a lot of people. And Coach, you're gonna understand what I'm about to say. I've said this on every show. We have a lot of black fathers and mothers, but I'm talking about black fathers, and they're fans of Miami and the University of Florida and Florida State, but they don't know about Edwin Waters. And what I have tried to do, and I'm sending this directly to the fathers that have football playing sons. These are the coaches that you want your son to play for. And just listening to you, and again, I'm not putting you in this, but I'm making a point. You have people like Bruce Pearl who say things that are not progressive for an African-American athlete. You listen to what you're talking to know about. This is the reason why I tell all these guys, hey, maybe your son can't play at Georgia, but you know what? Maybe Coach Jenkins could get him and build him up and get a great education down at Edward Waters. What do you think about that when we're looking at these fathers that can look at you and say, you're going to take care of their son?
Well, I think, first of all, we as coaches got to understand our responsibility, and I understand my responsibility because of the guys that taught me when I was a young coach. And that's why I say when you're a young coach, you may be good in X's and O's, but you got to learn to be a seasoned coach. I learned from guys that did the things that I'm doing now. I watched Johnny, take young guys under his wing and teach them. And the one thing Johnny always told me, when you become a coach, you better be ready to be a part-time father to some of these guys. You better be ready. You better be ready to put time into these guys. And sometimes you're putting more time into these guys than you're putting into your own kids. And if you're not prepared to do that at 100%, then don't get in this coaching profession, because this coaching profession is serious. It's about saving lives. I remember that speech. I remember sitting at the table and Johnny drilling me on that. So, I am the way I am because, like I said, of the guys that taught me. And we as Black coaches have to understand the importance in our role of teaching other young men that look like us. And if we don't understand the importance of it, then we are failing them, no matter if we're at HBCUs or PWIs. Our role as African-American coaches play an important part in the success of these young men. And we got to understand that. We got to understand that it's not just about money. We're never going to make enough money. We're always going to want more. If you got $1 million and somebody say, I'll offer you $1.5 million, I'll take it. If you got $1.5 million and somebody say, I'm going to offer you $3 million, you know what? I'm going to leave here. I'm going to go there. But you got to realize it's not always about money. And then you got to understand your calling. With this thing with Edward Waters, I understand my calling. I understand that this is the time and this is the place that God has called me for. And so I'm going to put everything I have in it. And the only way I can repay God for what he's done is to invest in these young men and put everything into them. I'm not looking to get anything back. But if I want to continue to be blessed in every way, I just got to continue to honor the position that I'm in right now that God has placed me in. And that's the thing that I understand. A lot of times we as coaches chase things that are not good for us. And then we miss our calling. And we as African-American men have to understand that when you're placed in that coach's role, you got to accept your calling and where your calling is at. Because if you don't, it's not just about you. It's not just about you. So I think the sooner we can understand that as African-American coaches, the better off we'll be.
Coach, appreciate it. Thank you so much, Coach Jenkins. And Coach Jenkins, let me ask you this here, Coach, because I noticed something. The timing of your, how can I say, your permanent appointment was kind of peculiar to me. You had a 3-game winning streak. You guys have put up 40 points. And you were on your way to your old stomping ground, Coach. I just got to ask you, was it a coincidence that you got locked down just before going to a familiar spot where there are familiar people in a familiar place?
Other people may consider it a coincidence, but I don't. Because like I say, me and Dr. Faison, we've had conversations, and then you know, in those conversations, he's expressed some things that he wanted, and you know, it happened. So I'm very grateful for him. You know, he trusted me after 3 games to be the head coach here, and I will say he's been very fair, and I'm just very grateful and thankful. And you know, like I said before at the beginning of the show, I'm living the part of being restored. I mean, I'm living it, you know, so I don't think it's so much about what Dr. Faison has done. I just think he's being directed in the part of what I'm living, and that's being restored by the Almighty. And so, you know, when you accept that, then things like this happen, and I don't question it. I'm just thankful for being in his grace and mercy. And I'm thankful for Dr. Faison giving me the opportunity, you know. So whether if it came now or later, you know, it was going to happen. And I'm just grateful that it happened now. And, you know, I just keep doing what I've been called to do.
You know, Coach, even though this is in HBCUs, and I'll let the 2 HBCU guys comment on this, or if they choose to. As much as people love their HBCUs and you know, really champion HBCUs, there are not a lot of stories about being restored, given second chances. In some cases, the rhetoric is that we're much harder on one another than the world is hard on us, right? And I just know that I'm happy to hear within the HBCU space that there are men that are willing to invest in one another. And I consider your story something that we all can be encouraged by the simple fact of you're a man that did the work, proving that he's qualified to be in the position that he's in, and he was rewarded with what you consider a fair contract and a fair opportunity. And I think that's encouraging as I follow HBCU sports, because we don't hear enough of those stories. I'll just put it like that, Coach Jenkins. We don't hear enough of those stories.
But you got to understand how I was able to get here, and how I was able to maintain, you know, my mental side, and able to endure, you know, what I've been through. And I was able to do it because I've had many conversations with Johnnie Cole. I've had many conversations and given some directions by Johnnie. Hey, you listen now, you're at this point, don't do this. All right, be careful, do this. You know, you got this, what you need to think about, you know, reach out to this, you know, go over here to this. I know you don't want to, but go over here to this, and, you know, and this and that, you know, and so, you know, being able to have that outlet or that channel has helped prepare me and put me in this place. And then, like I say, you know, being able to correct some things about myself and just being real with myself, you know, and going to the Almighty and praying and staying prayerful. You know, when you got those kind of outlets, you know, things are going to improve, you know, and things are going to happen. So, like I say, that's why I think it's my duty to reach back and help guys and create opportunities for others. And this is just the start for me being able to help, you know, brothers like Coach Dooley and Coach Ernest, you know, and some other stuff that I'm working on to hopefully create a bigger stage that will be able to do something, you know, in the future for some other guys. So, you know, but like I said, I had a great outlet with Johnnie. I mean, it's many nights we've been on the phone and I don't broke down crying and it was just ready to shut it all down. And no, you're not shutting it down. You know, we're going to find a way to push you through, you know. So when you got supporters like that, and then you're willing as a man to accept your faults, and then you're willing to get on your knees and pray for forgiveness and redemption, you know, it can happen. And why it's happening to me and it haven't happened to others, I don't know, you know, but I'm just very thankful and appreciative of God's grace and appreciative of the outlets, you know, and the channels that I've been able to have to get me, you know, to this point.
Well, that's great, Coach. And so I think I can check off this Sunday my church sermon, Coach, because I think we did a good job today, Coach. I think I may have to check with him. I may have enough hours to get Sunday credit, get credit for Sunday. But anyway, Coach. But I wanted to say this, Coach. We go.
Huh? That's all you need is your communion now.
Yeah. But Coach, we're gonna talk a little ball right here before we wrap you up, Coach. You guys got an interesting schedule, Coach. You got Morehouse coming up next. Kentucky State, who gave Grambling fits. Benedict, who look kind of like they may be back to old Chennis Berry era Benedict.
Right.
And then you got the game that I really am interested in. And if Coach Cole can get me some tickets, I may even go down to Atlanta and check it out. That game against Clark, right? I know you're not looking that far down the road, Coach. But, Coach, if you guys can stay on the same track that both you guys have been on so far, that's going to be probably a tremendous matchup in HBCU football. And that game probably could rival some of the D1 games in attendance.
Yeah, I think so. We got a lot of football left, and we got a lot of good teams, left to play. And, that's why I tell our team and our coaches, our number one thing is to put all of our energy on us. We only worried about us. And if we can put all our focus and energy on us and meet our daily expectations, then on Saturday we'll be prepared to play whatever opponent we're scheduled to play. But it's a lot of good football left. And right now my only focus is on Morehouse. That's all I'm looking forward to is this Saturday. But before we even get to this Saturday, my main thing is let's get to Tuesday's preparation. And then once we're finished with that, we get to Wednesday's preparation, Thursday, Friday, and then, go on into Saturday. But right now my full focus is on Morehouse and us being prepared for them coming into this contest.
Coach, did you come out of the game with Bethune healthy? I know sometimes when you play up, you can get kind of banged up sometimes, but did you come out of that game healthy?
Yeah, we did. We came out healthy. We had 1 or 2 nicks or so, but nothing really serious. And that's something that's been good in our favor. We played, some tough games, these back-to-back tough games, one against Virginia Union, then against Cookman. And we've fared pretty good when it comes to the injury bug. We're doing okay on that end. And if we can stay healthy, I think we can give ourselves a strong chance down the stretch to end the season like we want to end it.
Coach, let me just real quick, because let me tell you how much of a tremendous job. My phone is just buzzing. Okay. How can I get in touch? Now, Coach, I checked. Are you on Twitter? Because I saw you had an old account. Are you one of those guys who don't do social media? Or what? Talk to us first about that. And if not, what can these fathers that have not texted me say, hey, man, where can I send my information so Coach can leave?
Hey, Bishop, no, Jink, no. When I call Jink, no, I'm telling the story. No, I'm calling.
We got a background story. Go, I go. Look, I'm doing my research, and I see that. Wait, I'm like, no, hold on, Coach. And then I got fathers that, hey, man, I want my son to play with this guy, and I'm like, don't use that one.
Bitch, I called my man. I said, my man, my folks, the audience, they want you on the show. Man, you just BSing, man. Don't nobody want you on that. I said, man, I'm telling you, man, the folks asked for you to be on the show.
No, Johnny.
I gotta beg and get on my knees. And
Johnny, you ain't have to beg. Why are you telling me?
I know you focus.
Why are you telling me?
He focused now. This dude want to win every game. I'm telling you.
You damn right on that.
I'm telling you.
But Coach, now listen, bro. You sharp.
I'm telling you, Coach.
You did the church service. You got a mother asking me, is you single? Now, Coach, we got to get the social media together now. Now, what's going on?
No, I do social media. I'm better at phone calls and text messages and stuff like that. But I do social media. My Twitter is at Brian. Well, my X. That's what they say now. My X is at Brian Jenkins Senior 2. So if they want to reach out to me on that would be great. But I don't have a problem giving my number out. I don't have. Either I'm
Coach, do you have a GM or a chief of staff that kind of filters that kind of stuff for you?
Yes. Ernest Wilson is the one. He filters that and everything. Ernest Wilson is the best. Or they could just call our administration. They can get the number off the website.
Now, Coach, this is what I want you to do. Now, I'm your guy now, Coach. Well,
I got you.
Is take that old account down. because it's pointing to Alabama State.
Yes. Okay, I didn't even know it was still up.
Yeah,
you know
still
what I'm
there.
saying?
See, we look now. I'm gonna do a Coach Cole. Coach, we had 2 million people watch us last year now. So what I'm saying,
how many jobs we got?
So what I'm telling you,
president, you gonna stay there, but
because I'm telling you, and people to listen, Coach, I'm international and locally loved. I've already had 3 fathers saying they want to send, and I'm talking about these guys are Georgia Power 6 school level players. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That I've been talking to. So the only reason why I'm saying is because that's such a great avenue that will allow you to coach. Because you know what's a great thing too? Now, Coach, I'm like I said, help you again. This is one of those things, man. Get your social media, clip this interview, Coach, because this right here, what showing how great a person you are. Not only the coaching is there, but I'm going to keep saying this, Coach. Just what you showed tonight. If I had a son, if he couldn't go to FAMU or Jackson State because his mother home saying, "Hey man, I'll send him down there to you." I'm just telling you how much you have done tonight. So let's get that because again, we want them folks to find you and send those huddle tapes and things like that. Because Coach, you're building something down there.
Hey, Coach, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if that this coaching thing you into don't work out, there are probably some Baptist churches that could use your help. Right down in the South. So just keep that in mind. I know you focus on coaching right now, but
the main thing, really, I would say, when I was younger, I was focused on coaching, and then when I fell from grace, and God let me know, I couldn't do this without Him, and it's only because of Him that all of this has happened. My main thing is now being older and being wiser. I'm just focusing on doing what my calling is. That's the thing. And like I tell you, I'm telling you guys, I know you guys joke Johnny and stuff a lot, but Johnny has done a tremendous job, man, helping me over the years, just talking, And then I still remember Johnny saying this one time. He said, "Now, Coach, if you continue to be what you were, then you are nobody." And people might take that harsh, but I don't. I understood what he was saying. If you can continue to be a person that makes the same mistakes, then you are nobody. If you want to be somebody, be a person that's correcting their mistakes and improving. That's how you become a somebody. And I just always took that to heart. And like I said, this go round, man, for me, it's just more about, being a vessel. I've done all the coaching that I've wanted to do as far as chasing the championships, and making it just all about that. And I'm gonna tell you this: during that time that I did all that winning, I never took time to enjoy it. I never took the time to enjoy it with the players, with my coaches, with my family, and half of the memories of accomplishment I don't even remember because I just never took the time to enjoy it. And
fam, you remember? Ask them.
But this go round, man, really, this go round is truly, strictly God driven. And like I say, I'm living the part of being restored. And I'm just very thankful and everything. And I just hope I can continue to stay on this course, man, and continue to be blessed and God can keep me in His grace and just keep me going forward. But this time around, I'm going to make sure I enjoy it with my players and laugh with my coaches and still go out and win ball games on the football field, but continue to be victorious off the field by building men. So, that's what it's all about for me right now.
All right, Coach, we're going to check back in. I'm going to have you to text Coach Cole that official Twitter handle. And then when we come back on, we're going to post that. So, make sure you get us the right one because like I said,
I got you. Good deal. I appreciate it.
And also, if y'all got some type of fundraiser for your program, shoot it to me and we can kind of throw that up or bring y'all back on and y'all kind of talk about that because we've kind of reached out. What we have Prairie View, North Carolina Central, Clark School.
I already got that right here.
Yeah. So if y'all got something like that going, Jenkins, or if you got something,
you can go straight to the athletic annual fund, or you can go to baseball fund, football fund, or track and field. You can donate to whoever you want to donate right there on the Edward Waters website. Yeah. I just put the link in the chat. So,
Coach, I'm gonna do you one more solid, Coach, because we got a lot of Edward Waters alumni that are watching, right? So I'm going to say this because this coach whooped our team behind. Y'all got a good coach. Now, Coach, I helped raise $100,000 for FAMU. So I'm challenging all you folks watching this YouTube to click that link because if you want your coach to win championships, it costs money. It costs money. So don't talk about, don't pat him on the back, talking about what a great job, hand him a check. That's what the pat on the back he needs. So I'm challenging everybody that's watching this to support this coach because you got a winner down there.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I know you've been working hard, coming off the bus trip, all that great stuff, man. I appreciate you coming out and giving us your time. You are one of the favorites on our show. Whether you think that or not, people haven't forgot you and what you stood for and what you're about. So everybody ain't forgot you. But like you say, man, you know, God walking with you in this path. I look for big and better things down the road, you know, and we will just leave it at that. Because there's some things that's happening, Coach, that we know, you know, you just take care of the coaching part.
Right, definitely. Well, I appreciate you guys having me on, and this is not the first time I've been on, and it's always a pleasure, man. It really is. I mean, I remember when you guys started this thing, and man, and you guys sticking with it, and I'm gonna tell you, the platform that you give us as coaches, the issues that and topics that you all are willing to tackle and discuss that need to be discussed more, man, phenomenal. You guys are doing a first-class job, man. Don't think what you're doing is not touching people. You know, just keep doing what you're doing because at some point in time, you know, a little bit of us are listening, but that's going to grow. Because I'm telling you, you guys are doing a lot, man. That other people.
Oh man, he may have. Hey, Coach, he may have got him. The electricity may have went out on him, Coach.
Hey, well, the lights already done went out. Man, I had, and I don't think I did. Yeah, I didn't do this with y'all. I had him, LC Cole, and Kamachi. Between the three, had won 20 championships and 4 or 5 national championships. And, I had all 3 of them on the show at one time.
Oh, man. Hey, Coach, you might not even got a word in edgewise.
Hey, the bad thing about it is, hell, wasn't none of them coaching at the same. All of them was on the damn shaft, Coach.
Wow.
But,
Coach, it's impressive men like that makes HBCU sports about more than just football for us guys who are football fans, right?
Right.
We come here for the football, and I've said this many times. I came here for the football. I came here, and Campbell said I came here for Dion or whatever.
And we appreciate that. Appreciate you still being here.
But what made me stay was the people, man. The people here and the excellence that exists within the HBCU ecosystem is tremendous. And I'm just talking about the entire, the academic experience that my daughter is getting, the friends that I've made with you and Mr. Campbell and Coach Cole, the fans who I share and the enthusiasm for the game with. This is just truly a tremendous ecosystem and atmosphere. And I'm just, like I said, I came here for Dion, but I'm staying for the people, man, because it's absolutely a phenomenal experience. And I encourage anybody that I run into that's a sports fan to come join in and be a part of it, because there's truly something unique about HBCU sports, and it's way beyond stats, scores, wins, and losses, man. It's so much more than that. You're muted, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great atmosphere, and they've welcomed you with open arms, Coach. You had a path. You had a Steve Campbell and a Johnnie Cole.
Y'all gave me a path, man.
Yeah,
I got the blessing from the Godfathers,
Yeah,
and it's been a tremendous experience, and I enjoy every bit of it.
Yeah.
And with that being said, we got some We can recap the games from last week.
Wait, I tell you what. Hold on. How much time we gonna be on?
Go ahead, Campbell. It's you. It's all you. We got time today.
Okay, because before we get off, we got to do what I got to do. So no problem. So we're gonna talk about the past games now, right?
Yeah. We can do that right quick.
We're gonna do that tomorrow.
Well, I want to talk
past games tonight, and then do the games that's going on the weekend tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, we can get that way. We won't have, because we got Mr. Simon tomorrow, so that way we won't have to be on here 3 hours tomorrow doing the interview and both games. But hey, Coach, you make the call. If you ready to get off, we can get off. Yeah. You make the call. You the boss with the hot sauce.
Man, guys, look, let's do that tomorrow.
Okay.
But Campbell, you had something though for today, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Something for today. So, you're lucky, Rocky. I should have had you to have my detective music, my law. No, see if I would have had that, Coach. You would have had. So, Coach, I go way back. I go way back. So, people talk about the legend of Johnnie Cole.
On the count of three, if you at home with me. 1, 2, 3. Everybody.
That ain't it.
That definitely ain't it.
But go ahead.
Okay. But Rocky, you come on here and you talk about, this legendary night, about Coach Cole. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, the two sides of the justice system. So, Coach, I'm a detective. You know what I'm saying? I'm the head. So, Coach, I had to, because I've been hearing about this game, right? And, you're talking about it. So, a lot of people say, I don't believe Coach Cole did all that. Man, he don't look like he could have played quarterback. So, I'm going to share my screen because I had to put my crack investigative staff together here, Coach. Let me make sure. My crack investigative staff together. There we go. Let's see here. There we go. And look at what they came up with. Okay, can you all see this right here? Do I need to make that bigger?
Yeah, if you can.
Let's see if I can. How about that?
Oh, yeah. I see something there.
Okay. You see the Southwestern Athletic Conference 1985 media guide. Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, how about that? But wait a minute. Not only do we have a media guide, there's an article right here. Says long wait pays dividends for Cole. Do we see this, folks?
Man, why I can't see that?
You can't see that, Cole? Let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay, let's try it like that. You see that?
Oh, I'm still loaded.
It says long wait pays dividend for Cole. Can you see it now, Coach? I'll read it. There's a much.
I got it now. Yeah, I got it.
I'll read it because it's probably easy for me.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay. It says there is a much used adage that states all good things come to those who wait, as long as those who wait work like hell while they're waiting. For Texas Southern University senior quarterback Johnnie Cole, the wait was 2 years. One could only surmise that Cole took the scenic route on the way to becoming the Tigers' numero uno signal caller last season. Cole watched and lingered on the sideline while the succession of TSU quarterbacks attempted, but never could maintain it on the starting job. When opportunity
Cole answered.
It doesn't plan to relinquish anytime soon. Ironically, the 1984 season started much like his previous 2 years in Tigerland, with Cole watching from the sideline. Only this time, Cole's wait was to be short-lived. Midway through the first quarter of the season opener, the TSU offense sputtered and going nowhere fast. Cole got the call and sparked the Tigers to a 13-7 victory over Lamar University, something that the new coach couldn't do.
You beat the Whites, Coach.
I beat the Whites, Coach.
They beat the Whites. The Lamar game was a pivotal one of Cole's collegiate career. It was the beginning, a one-shot chance that turned into one of the greatest seasons a TSU quarterback has ever experienced. By the season's 8th game, Cole had rewritten TSU's record book. Cole's record-breaking aerial show could not have come at a better time. Wait a minute now. in that it came against the Mississippi Valley Delta Devils, who unquestionably possessed the premier aerial attack in Division I AA of the NCAA the past 2 years. Cole compiled 34 of 57 for 379 yards and 5 touchdowns. The yardage total surpassed the single game record of 352 set by former TSU quarterback and previous record holder Garland Montgomery in 1974 against Jackson State. Cole's mark for attempted bettered the 49 of Montgomery in 1974 against Jackson State. The completion mark shattered former TSU quarterback David Main's record of 27 set in 1969. In addition, Cole rushed for 21 yards in the game, giving him 390 total yards, 21 more than the single game mark set by Montgomery in 1974. Cole's 5 TD tosses tied in with 4 other former TSU quarterbacks. And those are just the single game records he bettered. Cole finished the season passing for 2,233 yards, far better than the previous single season mark of 1,535 set by Mays in 1967. He shattered Mays' single season mark for attempts 353 to 227 and a total yards mark of 2,248 to 1,653. Cole also eclipsed Mays' single season mark for completions with 180 to 155. Not bad for a quarterback who had never taken a snap in a collegiate game. So how does Cole feel about his record-breaking season? Breaking records is a great accomplishment, but I'm not going out there trying to break this or that record, Cole stated. I'm more concerned in contributing to the team winning. If we win, my recognition will come. If the SWAC had not seen enough of dynamic dual passing combos, then Cole and teammate Daryl Colbert will team together this season to dish out more headaches. Working like a fine-tuned machine, Cole fouled Colbert 63 times for 976 yards and 11 touchdowns. When Colbert is doubled, Donna Narcisse, friend of the show, proved to be equally invited target for Cole as they combined for 36 receptions for 455 yards and 5 touchdowns. Not only is Cole a good passer, but he is equally adept at running the football. Although his yardage is not indicative of his ability to run, Cole expertly scrambled out of sure sack situations to pick up crucial yards or set himself up for a better position to pass. He's a defensive coach's nightmare. The spring Cole in a practice not fresh as some of the other players because immediately following the 1984 football game, he donned a basketball uniform to play. What else? The point guard position for the Tigers basketball team, and one of his best assets is to lead. Once he got the opportunity to play, Cole's Tiger teammates right around him like he's a seasoned veteran. How about that, Coach? See, Coach, don't play with me. Do not play with the detective. So I don't want to hear nothing else about if Coach Cole played or not. Coach told y'all he played basketball. He told you outdid Willie Totten. He said he was the leader with all these records. He said he threw the ball to Donald Narcisse, and I got it in black and white.
And Darnell Colbert, who's actually on the staff at Prairie View.
How about that?
And was hired by his protege. I'm sure they had nothing to do with each other. That there was nothing. There's no correlation there.
Yeah. Now, Coach, I'm just gonna tell you, like I say, my detectives are all over the country. We saw many cases. This was a hard case to crack right here, Coach. Because this was, you know, to show the cold case. This was a cold case, Rocky.
Coach, that looked like that looked like microfiche, Coach.
There wasn't no DNA evidence. We didn't have no text messages. We just had rumors and wars of rumors. But shout out to Agent Sam Pope Jr.
Y'all think I could have got an NIL?
and broke the cold case of the mystery.
Hey, TSU definitely owe you, Coach. TSU definitely owes you, Coach.
You think I could have got an NIL deal, baby?
Hey, man, listen. Hey, wait. Well, hold on, wait a minute. Let me do one. I almost messed up one thing. Wait a minute. Hold on, because let me show one thing here. Oh, wait a minute. Because Coach, right here, man. Listen, Coach, you could have sold that right there, boy. It's coming up. You could have sold that right there, Coach.
It's loading on my end.
Hey, we print some of them out and get some. Hey, get some. That's like Johnny Manziel used to do.
Exactly. You see that, Coach? You see it?
It ain't showed up yet. It's coming though. It's loaded.
Yeah, well, Coach, there's a picture of you that was actually in the guide. So what I'm saying is, man, you know, Coach was a good-looking fella. You know what I'm saying? He was right there shimmying this whatever before the shimmy. He was right there strolling and cane twirling with those brother K's side. So, you know, Coach, we know you were sharp now. We know you were sharp.
Unfortunately, I didn't pledge until after I got out of school.
Okay, no problem.
I had my brothers told me to wait, man. I mean, I was so busy coming from football season to basketball season, man. I
totally understood. Not
and majoring in engineering was too much, Coach.
But you knew where you wanted to go. You knew which direction to go, Coach. So you already had it in your blood. So you still was a good looking fella down there. How about that?
Coach, you had that towel. I see you had that towel, Coach. Your unit was sweet, huh, Coach? You had to make sure your unit was sweet at all times, huh?
All the time, Coach. All the time. It was. Look, I had to come in there 2 hours before to get ready, Coach. I had to come in 2 hours ready, have my stuff neat, socks where they supposed to be, all that. Yeah.
Now, Rocky, that was good. That was good detective work right there, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that was sensational detective work right there.
You dug some up, baby. You got
it. You got him then, Bishop. You got him then. Yeah. God,
we still got people watching. We still got cause. Well, let me tell y'all. I'm predicting this.
Go ahead.
You better get your tickets and go to the State Fair Classic and watch whatever team wins this State Fair Classic is gonna win the West. I'm handing the West Trophy out this weekend. I've seen Grambling on film. I've seen Prairie View on film. I've seen Southern on film. I've seen Mississippi Valley on film, and I've seen Texas Southern. And the only one gonna sneak up in here, boy, it's gonna kill y'all.
What about Alcorn?
And Alcorn. I think I've seen Alcorn as well. And I think those two teams, whoever win this weekend is gonna win the West. That's the way I see it. And you want to know who my dark horse is?
Who is that, Coach?
Texas Southern University. If they could get it together.
I'll tell you what. My boy T-Buck is laying a trap for them this week, and we'll talk about it tomorrow, of course.
I've talked with the coach at Texas Southern. I told him the same thing. If y'all don't get it going this weekend, you ain't going to get it going. Because they got Valley, they got Pine Bluff, and then, of course, they got some dogs after that. But I think they can. And the reason why I'm giving them that, because they played Prairie View to 6 seconds. You know, couple things there they could have done differently. And I'm gonna say coaching wise, even at the end, instead of scoring so quickly, they could have just chunked it and went on in. But I just think watching film this weekend and looking at those teams, they're playing for that West Championship on Saturday. So you better get your ticket to the State Fair Classic.
Let me ask you this here, Coach, before you get off. Can a team from the West make it to the Celebration Bowl?
Only way, Coach, that's tough. Where you got your bodies in your Jackson States, you know, it's tough. In your Alabama A&M, boy, you know, that's tough, man. And no telling, you know, if Florida A&M can get things going back, boy, it'd be tough. It'll be tough, Coach. You know, if I gave one a chance, again, I give it to Prairie View. They playing solid football, guys. They ain't making a lot of mistakes. You know, they got a run game. They got solid defense.
Well, let me ask you this here, Coach. Last thing, Coach. Can a team from the West host the SWAC championship?
Well, that could be possible.
What about you, Campbell?
I don't think it's impossible because, you know, Jackson State.
Here's the scenario, and to me, it's the only scenario that how this happens because of how they play. Prairie View, because they don't have to play Jackson State, FAMU, or Alabama State, I don't think.
No, they do play Alabama State.
Okay.
Yeah, they just got Alabama State.
They don't play
Alabama A&M. And Alabama A&M.
Okay. That's fine. But they don't play Jackson State and FAMU, and I'll just leave that at that. They could go ahead, win those games, because they should be even, other than probably I would say Alabama State would be favored, right? They lose, let's say they run it, they lose that game. Alabama State got to play FAMU, they got to play Alabama A&M, and they got to play Jackson State.
Yeah. So
that's the only way a West team, and they're the only West team that could possibly.
Yeah, if Prairie View run the table,
Prairie View
and have one loss.
Yeah,
because them three gonna be, all three of them gonna beat each other. Like A&M might be State might be Jackson State might be A&M, and then Florida A&M, you can't sleep on them. They might throw over there.
So that's what I'm thinking is, whoever wins the East, could have one loss, possibly two losses.
Right.
I'm being honest with you. When you look at Jackson State, I for a long time I thought they were the class of that East Division, and I still think they are, but I don't think they're that far ahead of everybody I thought they were.
Well, they're better than that. There's three other several classic teams: A&M, Alabama State, Jackson State, Florida A&M. You can't count Florida A&M out. You can't do it. And like you say, those schools gonna bounce on each other, man. And Texas Southern, man, is a sleeper.
Now, and people, let me ask again. I don't know right offhand. Is the Grambling Jackson State a conference game or is it a non-conference game? I don't know.
Jackson State and who?
Grambling in Las Vegas. Because if it's a conference game, so to Coach Cole's point, let's say it's not a conference game. Once again, Grambling doesn't have to play FAMU. Grambling's sitting up there, to your point, Coach. What I like what you're saying. I understand what you're going. Grambling could be sitting in that same position. They'd be Prairie View because they're avoiding some of the big. Oh, see, okay, so see that right there. That JSU game just kills them.
Yeah,
just kills them.
Yeah,
because
that's why Grambling got to win.
Thank you guys. Yeah, so if that's a conference,
Grambling got to win this weekend.
Prairie View is the only school in the West that's got a shot.
Yeah. And here's the other thing where it sets up for Prairie View. Prairie View actually colludes to Grambling and Southern, but guess what? Both of them play Jackson State, and they play each other.
Yeah. Prairie View's in a good situation. That's why
was that Southern game? Was that Southern Jackson State game a conference game? It's going to be a conference game.
That's a conference.
That's why.
Oh yeah. Well, so look at it. Prairie View literally could have two losses and still win the conference by a game
on the West, and that's why Grambling got to win this weekend. And let the audience know both of those guys work for me. So I've been.
Those are your proteges, Coach. Those are your proteges.
I've been texting both of them, but I said, "Boy, I can't believe that I got two cats. That one that played coach wide receiver for me. The other one was a great recruiter, and I just like, man, I can't get a ticket to the game." But,
hey, Coach, and they both beat the Whites last week, Coach.
That's right. Hey, guys, and Bishop, I watched both of them games, man. East Texas, they ain't no bad football program.
No, they're not.
They not. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Northwestern ain't the 1-20 team they used to be. I'm thinking they getting over that hump. They had some players. So it's going to be an exciting game, and I'm going to get in town on that Friday. And if you want to catch up with me, I'm at the Lowe's Anatole. So, but once I get to the game, I'm up in the suite with my turkey legs and my fried Snickers and my fried ice cream, and I'm going to be in the Jack Daniels room.
Hold on. I got one more other thing. One more thing. Hold on. That I want to share. And let me pull this up. A shout out.
Like I said, I'm gonna repeat myself. You better go to the State Classic because that game gonna determine who's gonna represent the West.
So this is my friend's mother. Miss Ann Williams, class of 1959.
Zoom in, Coach.
What'd you say?
Can you zoom in? I don't know if you can.
Yeah, How about that?
Oh, there you go.
So she listens to the show. Her daughter went to FAMU with me, and she listened to the show, and she was going to make sure that she was going to get this picture. So now Coach Jackson and Coach Joseph, listen, she listened to the show. She's a big fan. Now she's a Prairie View person. And listen, Coach, let me tell you what her daughter told me. Coach, every year for their fundraiser, she buy 2 tables, Coach. 2 tables.
Wow.
She's been doing it for 30 plus years. 2 tables. So
man, you gotta send me that picture so I can send it to the boys.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is what's so great about our alumni and the family. You know what I mean? She's a proud Prairie View Panther, class of 1959. She said, because I told her to go up to Coach Jackson and tell him that you watch him on the show. He better give you that picture. So clearly Coach Jackson and Coach Joseph gave the picture. And I appreciate the coaches, again, for, doing this. So this is just awesome, friends of the show. But this just shows, again, Rocky, and your daughter will be this person, and Coach and I are moving that and all this. This is what this is about. Class of 1959, and she's still supporting her university with her money and her time.
Wow.
That is awesome. I think 88 years old, 88 years young. How about that? 88 years young.
That's right. That's right, guy.
That's awesome.
That's awesome right there, man. That's awesome. Boy, that's what it's about, man.
So people are so crazy. Talking about Tremaine is on the left. Who's on the right? that's Mickey Joseph, the head coach of the Grambling State Tigers. So are they not Grambling State anymore?
Yes, they are Grambling State.
Yeah,
oh, okay. Because I see them listed as Grambling University sometimes. Or maybe people just mess it up.
No, they're still Grambling State. That is still their official name.
Man,
okay, gotcha.
Man, again, thank you, Bishop, man, for solidifying me. But I couldn't do it without y'all 2 guys, man. And things are happening great. Oh yeah, I've reached out to Stedman Graham and Rudy Johnson. They've been going around to HBCUs and having town hall meetings, talking about HBCUs and why we need them and that stuff. And they're going to give me a time that they want to come on to our show. And they flying to other schools, and having these town hall meetings. And so that's one of the things what's happening. And, of course, I'm still waiting on Deshaun Jackson and my man's team to get with me. We've been kind of missing calls and that kind of thing. But tomorrow we're looking to try to have Curtis Simon, who is the CEO and part founder in the HBCU TV Go, so we can kind of have some questions to ask him about what's going on with HBCU Go. And, of course, now we got SWAC TV, and then we got ESPN, and see where they fitting at and all that. So we got some things happening on our show. And, again, go to the State Fair Classic this weekend. Get your ticket. Everybody is so close. You can fly in there for a little bit of nothing. I just wanted to make sure that I said that. But great game this weekend. Grambling State University versus Prairie View A&M.
That's going to be a good one, Coach. It's going to be a real good one. Yeah. I'm out of here.
He really was out of here, wasn't he?
Yeah, no. I was going to let you take us out of here, Coach.
Get together tomorrow. Love you guys. Take care. Like I always say, if you feel yourself at the end of the rope, tie a knot and hold on tight.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.